the last stream I was having technical difficulties, so we're continuing off from there. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is how much clearance. So what is, I have no idea what's right, but this is about half a centimeter-ish, maybe a little less than half a centimeter of clearance above the RAM. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what's right, but if you have strong feelings, put them in the comments. We are just going to get back to where and okay. So yeah, all right. Just use light. Technical difficulties are no good. This is a pain. I can't even click into the stream to talk to y'all. Oh, here I can. Never mind. All right. So many little things. Yeah, so that actually is a little higher than the other one. And I don't know if it's too high or not high enough or whatever, but we're going to move forward. We will soldier on. And so I'm going to take this. I need to put the, I'm going to put their heatsink back on. And I'm going to take this graphics card off because I'm really just copying what I've seen in tutorials. Like, people tend to put the graphics card in after, and so I'm just gonna trust that that's easier and do it that way. But yeah, like I said, like I always say, if people have ideas or tips, you know, write something. All right, so the graphics card off, and then where is the heat sink? It's under this case. This is not the original heat sink, so we're going to look at the screws again. Because I switched the heat sink, and so based on the housing, I think it's the same. The shorter one goes. Oh, that's actually kind of. Yeah. Okay. It's like a. I'm looking at the length of the screws to figure out like which goes where. I guess the side with the longer is on top. Right. All right. Let's just try that. This is a heatsink that I took off because, well, I switched the heat sinks because only one of them had a thermal pad. The one that I'm using, I wanted to have the thermal pad, obviously. Keep the SSD. Cool. This is like not super easy. I think it would be easier if sitting down has helped me in the past. All right, well, that seems like it's on. All right, oh, fudge. All right. Why do people make this so easy? Maybe it's because they cut, you know? They have these videos and they'll like quick cut and they'll like, do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. And it's like, how long did it actually take you? But also might just be a goober. Okay. All right, that's on. I'll use the little screwdriver it gave me for, you know, posterity. It's actually kind of hard to spin it to the left first. I don't know why on this one. I think just because I feel like it'll fall out. So, okay. The heatsink is back on. And yeah, that seems right to me. Okay, so now we are figuring out what is next. And there's this long video about how to install it in, I'll post it in chat. There's this long video. Hi, Jensen6. Welcome to the stream. How are you? What's going on? That's a long video about how to do it. But then there's also the official instructions, which I'm always a fan of official instructions. Kind of were tough. Like when the first time I opened them up, I was like, it's just so much information on each page, but which makes it harder on stream. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I am a little nervous about doing this on stream. I feel like pressure to go fast on stream, or faster, which sometimes I like, but sometimes it's just like, it's not good. Like I should be more thorough. So this just says what everything is. The first page of the manual. It looks like I highlighted some stuff here from when I was taking notes before. You know how easy it is to see. Let's give us more light. Let's give us more light. Wow. Okay. So, removable HDD cage. Reversible PSIe. Sucks. I don't really know. Okay. Just listing the parts. I did already take the dust filter out, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah, I think I did. PSU installation. Says to unscrew those things. What's going to be the best setup for this? I think I'm just going to corroborate this manual with the link that I put in chat. That'll go real low, and that'll I don't know, maybe that's a good move. I do have to, I'm just going to move this stuff because at this point it's all in the way, and I think I'm going to move the case I don't know why I'm saying. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's good for y'all to know. I'm gonna move the cases right here, and I'm gonna move it this way, and y'all are gonna move over my right shoulder instead of over my left shoulder. There's so much like there's so much stuff to keep track of. There should be like really in-depth documentation about like ideas for keeping things more organized. Okay, so this little sticky thing, I think, yeah, this is also came with, I need little rubber bands, I don't have those handy. I'm just putting all the stuff that was with the motherboard, well, ideally back in the motherboard box, but I would have to lift it, so I'm just going to place it in one position over at my sort of staging area. That can go there. So we're doing a little tidy session here, getting ready for the next phase of this build. There's so much stuff. Oh, I guess these brackets came on the motherboard too. These brackets with the screws. It's so funny, like, because streaming kind of has two meanings, and like when you're streaming, you're like, I just lost my thought. You're like, you're streaming everything. It's an appropriate name because you're like everything sort of falls within the stream, and that like everything that I'm doing here, like you do things differently if you're not streaming, because, well, I would imagine most people do, because you're not like you're not communicating things vocally. This is the static mat for the motherboard, or sorry, anti-static bag. Darn it. We're just moving everybody around here for a second. This case is about to move. I want to keep chat up so that if more people come, I can say hello. Okay. How much I'm going to like this. We're going to see. I know the light is kind of weird now. So, lo siento. Disculpe, if you will. All right, so the first thing that it says to do is take off the back, I think, to put power supply in, which I don't need to do, I don't think, because I can fit it in the side, and I think he even shows that in his video. This Christopher Flanagan, a video that I linked earlier. So yeah, I mean, I think I even tested putting the PSU in that way. So we'll see. We'll do it. Maybe we'll do their order for how to do things. That'll be the. We'll do their order, but we'll do his. His way of doing it. I don't know. We'll see.
So here's a default position with the standoffs installed at the case is in the water flow mode. And
oh man, I feel like I'm gonna regret doing this on stream. I kind of just want to make it a really long video. It's stressing me out. I'm like,
so with the case in its default position with the standoffs installed at the lower arrow, the case.
What does he mean? The standoffs installed at the lower arrows. Okay, there are standoffs in here. And I see arrows. So they're installed at the lower arrows. Okay. It's hard to see on Chris's stream or his video. At least it is at 1080p or where I'm streaming at. Watching at, oh, I'm not. I'm at 480. Let's do 1080. See how that goes. Still hard to see. Maybe VZ, or depending on what you have.
And it is optimized to allow you to go up to 360 or 200 millimeter radiator at the top. The reason the motherboard is in the lower position is making space for the.
I still don't understand what a radiator even is. It's like something to do with water cooling. Like, I don't know. That's something I actually want to understand a little better.
And you've gone up to 63 millimeters of space at the top, and then underneath the maximum thickness for a set of fans at the top of the case is 60.
I don't think we're putting any fans in the top of the case. I think I was going to improve airflow. I don't know if it is. I guess maybe it would. I don't know. I think it's probably worth it. So like if I'm doing this build again, I'm just turning up the volume here. Let's see. If I'm doing the build again,
so if you move all the standoffs to the upper arrow position,
then I might like. I'm a big fan of cooling. I'm a big like setting things up so that the parts last the longest, and like spend a few extra dollars on fans. To me, that's just worth it. However, this first build, like just getting it done and working once, I just want to get it done and working once.
See, this is from a shift motherboard in the case. You're no longer, obviously, this is from a shift motherboard in the case. Your operation, obviously, this is from a shift motherboard in the case. You're no longer going to be able to fit a radiator at the top of the case, and you're limited to fans, and this is where you can fit 320 at 240 millimeter fans.
Okay, so he's basically saying like if you shift the screws up, you'll have less space at the top. So, you know, I guess you'll still be able to fans, but not a radiator. He does, looks like later in the video, he is going to do a what other type of cooling? Water.
It is also possible to run a 240 millimeter radiator at the bottom of the case. The lancool 216 can accommodate pretty large CPU air coolers up to a maximum height of 180.5 millimeters. So the first step about the case to air cool mode is to move the standoffs to the upper position, and in the case of sensory involved, you get this standoff.
I don't understand why he's putting it to air cooled mode when like later in the video, it looks like he has an AIO, which is a water cooler with a pump. Like, not nonsensical to me. What's going on? I want to see. I put the subtitles on to the case to ORAC mode. I have trouble maybe with his Scottish accent, I guess.
Position. And in the case of sensory box, you get this spherical notice to make the standoffs to the position. And in the case of sensory box, you get this standoff available insertion tool. It simply pops on the
Wait, what?
sensory box, you get the available insertion tool position. And in the case of sensory box,
In case accessory box, I get a removal tool. Okay. Let's see if we have it. I'll bring that. I'm gonna bring the box over so everyone can see what's going on. I don't think I got this tool, but I also bought it used. All this stuff I got used, and it's like it feels like in every part that I got, there's like one thing missing. And in this one, I feel like it's gonna be the whatever the tool is. And then I have to be like, okay, do I have that tool? Do I need to order it? And there's no tool in this box. So unless I took it out already, which I am very confident that I did not receive this tool. So I guess this can go back here for now. I gotta see how he takes the standoffs out, or I just have to look at this themselves and see how to take them out. Oh, they just look like, what are these, hex? Oh, a tiny socket. I forget what sockets are, hex, whatever, however many sides. Okay, so the question now is, do I have a socket wrench? And the answer is going to be, I hope so. I was just flashing those tools around. Moved them to create some space, but here we go. Let's see what we got. Ow. I bought these tools so long ago. Looks like these. Cool. I bought these tools so long ago with like the intention of, I think, fixing a the time that just never, like, I never had time or space or something, and so it really feels great to be able to use them now. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I guess this is one bigger than this, but I'm gonna. This is not good practice, by the way. I don't like that I'm doing this like with my motherboard right here. So I have to change that. Right, this is a 5. And a 5 is a little too big, but it should work. I'm wondering, like, why is this, like, would it not be in metric for some reason? It's very odd. The 5 will work okay enough. I don't know if it's a millimeter, 5 centimeter. You know, it's probably 5 millimeter. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna make sure. What's this?
For the case of spherical notice to move the standoffs to the upper position. And in the case of sensory box, you get the standoff removal and insertion tool. It's simply under into your screwdriver, and then you're able to lower the standoff, grab over the standoff, move it to the upper position, and tighten it back into place.
What?
So now you've got
Out standoffs, and then he moved different standoffs. Did he move all four? There's so many places to screw them in here. I want to put this PC thing on its side. This feels ridiculous to me. It'll be easier if it's on its side, but I don't know if I have the space. So what's the move here? I think the move is going to be to move everything to the right. Just a little bit. Let's see if that gives us more space. Doing projects for the first time, for me, usually, unless I already have all the skills, I mean, even still, it's like you do something for the first time, it's just at least 10 times harder than when you do it the second time. Let's just say that. Moving the PSU, we can move. Oh, that's for the graphics card. Let's, whatever. I can go there. I guess the graphics cards should bounce, and I think all these cords can also bounce. Ooh, Nana. Look what you done started. Ooh, Nana. These are all the power supply cords. And am I really not using any of them? I'm like, what else gets plugged in here? There's so many slots that I can do things with. It's like, we'll see. If the PC doesn't sell, maybe we'll get creative. Where is my... There it is. Just putting things back in boxes. One big game of Tetris over here, and not my favorite game of Tetris, to be frank. Thought about just cleaning up, but I guess it's a vibe thing. I was like, I'm gonna go stream. I'm gonna stream, build this PC with the homies. So here we are, streaming. Here we are streaming. Let's... Ooh, na, na, na. All right. I'm going to check, is there anything that's going to get damaged by me putting it on its side right now? And the answer that I have is, I hope not. Right. Great.
For standoff moves the upper position, you might be wondering how it's going to work with the motherboard and I/O shield. Well, this is reversible. As it comes, it's set for water-filled mode. Now that this is reversible, the upper position, you might be wondering how it's going to work with the motherboard and I/O shield. Well, for standoff moves the upper position. back into place.
I think what I didn't understand was that there's 3 sets of standoffs. And it's at first I thought there was only 2. So, okay. So there should be 3 sets of standoffs here as well. And I'm just going to double check the length to make sure it's going to go in right. I mean, this stuff is all standardized, so I'm not expecting things to be off, but I would rather know before I do a bunch of work. And so on the motherboard, I'm looking what the view is like for y'all. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so on the motherboard, we have, let's do this. From the center of the diameter, like the diameter, the center of the diameter, whatever it is, the middle of each hole, is about 12 and a half. It's about 12 and a half centimeters from 1 to 2. And it's about 15 and a half from what did I say, 12 and a half? 12 and a half and 15 and a half? Yeah, 12 and a half and 15 and a half. So starting from the bottom. So 12 and a half from the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, that looks about right. And let's see, from the middle to the top. This also looks, it looks about right. I'm a little, that looks more like 16. But it's possible this is just my crude measurements. Yeah, okay, no, that's better. All right, it is more like 16. This is a metal thing. It's a motherboard. I'm not trying to touch it, so I'm giving it some room. Because of that, it's hard to say, like, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to move all those standoffs to the top. So that's about 9 screws, I think. We're just going to be moving screws. Maybe I should give y'all an over the head look. Let me try that or something. I need an expert camera set up here. I need some help with that. I'm tempted to just put it up on the table. I'm just like, whoa. All right, hold on here. Let's do this. I don't know if I have the space to put it up on the table. I guess I could move the motherboard. And this PSU, do I have those hands? I'm a little scared. But I think we're going to do it. I think we are about to do that. So that I can give everybody a better view. Probably moving it back in 30 seconds. Not the move, dude. All right, let's see. Will this box hold true? Wow, it's really much heavier than I remember. All right. Okay. This is not going as well as I hoped over here. Fear not. I'm coming back. Just I mean, it's fine. I'm just being a diva, I think. I don't like things when things aren't secure. Hi. My warm greetings from Indonesia. I am making a hi sahabat sharing. How do you pronounce your name? Um, I am making a PC for basically like STEM purposes. Hmm. Okay. Sahabat. Can you speak Indonesian? Um, I don't think I know a single word in Indonesian, but I would love to learn. How do you say hello in Indonesian? Or, feel free to teach me anything else. I don't know a whole lot about Indonesia. I know there are people in Indonesia. I know that. Huh. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember how I set this up in order to be face downward. So bear with me. I think screwed in another one of my tools. All right, so BRB. I got to grab a tool. Another tool. Uh-oh. I'm back. Just want to make sure a risk scream here. I'll scream. Uh-oh. Okay.